3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the NOVA60. I know last time we called it the Nova Baddies, but it's the NOVA60 podcast. This is episode 2. We are at this really, really cool studio. We're going to keep kind of playing with different backdrops here, but very excited to be here for episode 2. Last time we got into a huge tangent about nutrition, which is great. I think today we're going to focus a little bit more on the exercise portion of things. And Katelyn is going to take reign here. So
Absolutely. So we kind of got a background in what I do. Kind of just introduce yourself. What do you do? What's your passion?
Sure. Those are, I have a lot of passions. So my name is Nick Mancuso. I currently own and operate two, I consider them large-scale businesses, which are fitness centers in Rochester, New York. One is a boutique studio, which focuses on total wellness through yoga, Pilates, boot camp classes, anything to do with studio fitness. And Elevate is a large-scale gym where we do a ton of personal training, work heavily with athletes, and we focus on things like recovery. We have saunas and cold plunges and just kind of elevate things to the next level. Do you want me to go with my whole background and everything?
Sure.
Oh,
Let's get to know you a little bit.
All right, get to know treats. So it's kind of, I always tell people, like, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And I feel like I've been very blessed to be in unique situations where I've met the right people that has not only taught me things, but also transcended me into new levels of networking and just communities. And my first ever athlete that I worked with, I don't know even if a lot of people know this, but it was Quentin Goss, who ended up going to the NFL.
Oh, wow.
So, like, if you kind of look back at, like, my entire career to this point, again, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm good, but, like, I think I'm decent. But, like, I've also been taught by, like, the best people. So, pretty good. Shout out to Dom. Shout out to Dom. We need to make Dom like the Jamie. Joe Rogan's podcast? No. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Sorry.
We'll fill you.
Cut.
So my first athlete, I was 15 years old.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so I started training at 15. And it basically was, I was invited by his uncle, Kayla. Great dude. And he owns this really good youth organization where he helps kids get better at football, but also place them academically into charter schools and help with recruitment.
Nice.
So he asked me to come work at camp. The camp turned into helping him during the weekdays at his training facility. That's where I started working with athletes and fell in love with it. But yeah, my first client ever was a guy that went to the NFL. Fell in love with that. Got into nutrition pretty heavy. I was going to go to school for sports journalism, and I had this guy as a teacher. His name was Raftery, and he ended up going to jail. So fuck you, Raftery. I'll tell you funny. Don't let me forget to tell this story about Raftery in a second. But anyways, he was teaching like economics, and we had to go around the room senior year and say what we were going to do.
Oh, gosh.
In school, and it gets to me, and I was like, I'm gonna go for sports journalism, and he was like, that's the worst fucking field you can go into. And I was like,
that's
what?
rude.
Oh, piece of shit, this guy. So I fucking hate this guy. So I ended up switching into nutrition.
Oh.
So that's kind of how I got into like dietetics, which is crazy.
Like,
so
is that a respectable field, sir?
Yeah. So yeah, is that good enough? Very glad I did. Dietetics was not for me because I felt like I was going to get stuck in a hospital setting.
Yeah.
I did 2 years of it, so I feel like I got an associate's level.
Yeah.
I took everything like
life cycle and.
Well, we got into like I was doing Orgo 2, and my lab was in the kitchen. And we were looking at reactions of food.
Right.
Like literal structures, how they're changing. So like I got a pretty good sense of that. Went to Fredonia after that. They just pulled a guy in, Todd Backus, who I absolutely love. He was an Ohio State grad, and he brought like this huge, like a large school science lab to Fredonia. And I was enrolled into the first cohort
Wow.
So he like really wanted to make it good.
Right.
So he was another great like kind of mentor, and he really taught me some good science. After that, I graduated with physiology and exercise science degree. Pretty big focus on like kinesiology. Buddy of mine, the story just gets crazier as I say this. A buddy of mine who at the time was just a friend, you know, was like, hey, I'm moving to Salisbury, Maryland. I'm taking my master's in strength and conditioning. You should apply. I was dating this girl for a while, broke my fucking heart, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll move to Maryland, you know? Applied, got in. 4 weeks later, I'm like, moving to Maryland.
Right.
Didn't expect any of this. That kid, Chris Messina, years later ended up, who we lived with all throughout college, became the head strength and conditioning coach of the Boston Red Sox.
Oh my gosh.
And now he is the head of Exos Performance in Arizona for MLB.
Wow. Crazy.
Again, like just, you know.
The connections.
It gets even crazier. So we get to Salisbury, and I'm obviously very talkative. Like, I'll talk to fucking anybody. So our first week there, we don't know anybody, and the AD was the strength coach. I knew nothing about him. I walked into his office, and I was actually working out with Chris. He's like, where are you going? Like, let's just go into Matt's office. So shout out to Matt 9. Again, he ended up winning NSCA Strength Coach of the Year.
Wow.
So he was voted the best strength coach in the world. So he's another mentor of mine. So ended up getting granted a GA position there. Chris was too. And I did my internship, which is another crazy funny story. So you'll enjoy this. So my dream was to work with NFL players. And Chris's dream was to work with MLB players. So we applied to 3 spots each. And we both got interviewed on the same day in Pittsburgh, at Pittsburgh University. Now, my number one choice was in Florida with this NFL group.
Right.
Chris's was at TCU, which at the time, Texas Christian University, they were number 4 in collegiate baseball. So like that was his dream. Mine was to go to Florida, work with the NFL groups. Radio silence. So I got accepted into UNLV for their football and basketball. Okay. So I was like, oh, that's cool. Like that's like a fail-safe.
Right.
Great program. Chris got accepted in another one. But anyways, we both go to Pittsburgh. 8.5-hour interview. It was like the most grueling, rigorous thing. And if anybody knows me, I'm like a diehard Steeler fan. Like I love Pittsburgh. So to be able to, after that 8.5-hour interview, there was a group of 10 of us. They, from all over the country, they selected 2 people, and it was me and Chris.
Wow.
So we were fucking dying laughing. We drove down there. We like road tripped it. On the way back, we're like, all right, like let's start looking at, you know, housing and all this shit. So we're planning it out. I kid you not. That fucking week, Florida reaches out to me, and TCU reaches out to Chris. So we had just accepted. They probably turned down other people.
Right.
And we walked into Matt 9's office, and we're like, hey, like, here's the deal.
We're sorry.
You know, he's like, dude, like, follow your dream.
Yeah,
that's why I love Matt. So we called Pittsburgh. It's a duo, you know. We're like, our voice is like trembling. Hey. And I'm like, I am so sorry. Another opportunity came up, and we're going to have to respectfully decline.
Yeah.
We were banned. We're banned from Pittsburgh University. They fucking hate us. And what's crazier is Matt told us years later, someone at Salisbury tried to apply, and they were like, we don't take people from Salisbury, Maryland. Like, we like blacklisted the whole fucking school.
My gosh.
Yeah, so fuck you guys for that. But anyways, just 2 kids trying to follow their dreams.
Absolutely.
So I go out to Florida with Dr. Josh Cooper, who was the previous, like, he worked at the Olympic facility in Colorado. He's like, runs all these pro sports groups, and he's like a world-renowned speed expert. Again, like crazy learning from these people. Come home. I actually finished my master's at Canisius.
Okay.
I came back for some personal reasons, and graduated with a master's in health and human performance. The concentration was strength and conditioning. Ran a gym out there while I was doing that, and Midtown reached out to me and said, hey, we have 9 locations around the country. We have no sports performance. We want you to open the first sports performance department within a Midtown. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So I was living in Buffalo, moved back to Rochester, So at this point, I had gone from Rochester to Buffalo to Fredonia to Maryland to Florida to Buffalo to Rochester.
Oh my gosh, a lot of moving.
A lot of moving, a lot of networking, a lot, like, blew up my personal circle.
Absolutely.
So that's another thing. Like, if you're trying to expand your business, go do we were just talking about this. Go meet with people, put yourself out there. If you ask someone like, hey, can I come shadow you? And they're like the best in the field, I guarantee you they'll be like, yeah. If you fly out to me, like, sure.
Right.
Like, they want to teach people as well. So take your opportunities, and that helps. Meet Sam Owens, who was my boss for 5 years. Sam didn't teach me much about fitness per se. He did, definitely. But he taught me how to be a man and, like, hold yourself accountable. And he was almost like this second father figure to me. He's the best. I love Sam. But he was my first introduction to someone that he's going to hold you to a standard. And he comes from, like, a deep football background.
Right.
Huge Catholic or Christian man. And, like, he put it on me. So that taught me business.
Yeah.
He taught me a lot of business. I was awarded kind of like an internship with Dr. Nick Winkleman at Midtown, who was the head of Exos performance for all NFL groups.
Wow. So
they flew him out, taught me, became a good friend, another just crazy connection. And 5 years, when I met with Sam, he said, what's your plan? I said, I'll be here for 5 years, and then I'm leaving. When I got there, I was like, no, I love it. Like, I'm staying forever. Something happened at the 2-year mark which changed my outlook on life and business. And I decided to start scheming to open Elevate, not knowing what that would take me into. And I was there 4 years and 11 months. So almost exactly what I...
Time was ticking.
Crazy. And in 2020, 3 weeks before COVID hit, I opened our first location of Elevate, which was 2,600 square feet. And it was a personal training studio for athletes.
Wow.
So I dove in, opened that, and then 3 weeks later, we got shut down.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
And then, obviously, that blew up and grew, which I'm forever thankful and blessed for.
Yeah.
And I was introduced to kind of a new mentor of mine, David Alexander, who is in Miami, Florida. And he is one of the most, I think he's the only private sector strength coach to bridge the gap into pro sports. So he's employed by multiple pro sport organizations to come in and teach their staff.
Right.
So he's brilliant, works with LeBron, Chris Paul, you name it. He's been an unbelievable mentor for me. And yeah, so now we have Satori, Elevate. And my newest thing, I was accepted into a nutrition cohort, which we've been talking about. And it's led me down some UFC and PFL ties to work with pro fighters. So shout out to the fight dietitian team, Jordy Sullivan, who's in Australia. He is pioneering weight cutting, which is kind of this niche, unique.
Very, very niche.
It's crazy. Actually, we were talking, so Jordy was like, we were on a Zoom call, and he was like, if you polled the amount of people that do nutrition, like legit, like registered dietetic, like evident, how many of them know weight cutting in the world?
Like maybe 10.
Right? Like we said maybe 20. Like that's fucking crazy.
It's not standard practice at all. And for him specifically, he found a niche to make it safe as well.
Yes.
The safest as possible, right?
And what I love about him and his team and like Charles at the UFC PI and like this little group that he really interacts with, there's a guy named Carl Langen-Evans. You got to research him. Stud. Dude is so fucking smart. Tyler Minton's another one. I'll give you a whole list, but I got you. They are like research backed.
Okay.
So in this cohort, it's been awesome. It's a 10-week program. And like everything he puts out is cited, and he talks about studies, good and bad. Right. And like he's coming from a science background. Absolutely. So like I appreciate that. I know you do. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. I have a beautiful family. My 2 kids mean the fucking world to me. They're 4 and 2, and my wife's my best friend. So that's me in a nutshell.
That's Nick. All right. So anyways.
There I am. So anyways.
So I think the best way we got your background, to do a little bit of an icebreaker activity.
Oh boy.
So this activity
I'm too shy for icebreaker.
He's so shy. The activity is called Finish the Sentence.
Okay.
So I want you to have an answer as quickly as possible without overthinking.
Okay.
And I'm going to start the phrase and then you finish it.
This could go so many different ways.
This could go a lot of different ways.
This could go off the rails real fucking quick. Yeah, sure.
Success is?
Whatever's, so success to every individual is totally different. And this is going to be kind of long-winded. I'm sorry, I'm a talker. Someone asked me years ago, Jim Mahan, my business coach, what is success to you? And the first thing I said to him was like fame and money. That is like the dumbest thing to me.
Yeah.
And we like broke it down of like, well, what is success?
Right.
To me, if my businesses literally collapse tomorrow, I don't even give a fuck.
Right.
And people like hear that and they're like, what do you mean you put so
gosh.
much work? I don't care. Success to me is having a beautiful family that I'm a good father to.
Yeah.
And I am the man holding a standard to my children. I want them to learn respect, how I treat my wife, and just how to live a happy, fucking, healthy life.
Yeah.
That's success to me.
Yeah.
So,
That's
sorry
great.
for the long-winded answer. But
No, I love it. It's a good reminder.
yeah.
A great coach is?
Present and a listener.
The biggest mistake athletes make is?
Overtraining and not recovering.
And now my next one is, the most underrated recovery tool is?
So I personally love saunas. Unbelievable health benefits. But if I really had to say, I would really think some type of massage therapy. Getting manual tissue work is like, I don't think you could beat it.
Yeah.
So,
And then every business owner needs?
a really good partner in life,
Sure.
because like without that, you're good luck.
Yeah. If
Shout
you don't
out
have
Julie.
if you don't have a village behind you.
Shout out to Julie. Julie's literally like, so you talk about business, right? Like, there's some really good days, some really bad days, and then there's some really fucking dark days. And
There's the scary days.
on the dark days, when no one's watching,
Yeah.
there's one person watching.
Oh yeah.
And they see you crying in bed at 2 a.m. because they're shutting off your RG&E bills. And they're the one that pulls you up so you can then go to work and provide for 90 fucking employees to make sure they could feed their families. But
Absolutely.
you walk in and no one knows that.
Nope.
No one knows you were just sobbing the night before.
Nope.
And yeah, so you need a partner.
Absolutely.
Life partner, not a business partner.
And health isn't?
Health isn't linear. I think a lot of people put emphasis on, well, Katelyn does this, so I have to do this. That's so wrong. You could take tons of great things that you do, but I'm a different human than you.
Right. It's
And
specific to me, right?
So specific. So I feel like people get caught up in like well, I want to look like that person. I want to act like that person. No, like health is so specific to that individual, and it just, you need to find what works for you and talk to professionals. And there's a plan for everyone, but it's not linear.
No, it's not. And it's different throughout life cycles, right? From when you were a teenager to
my
now
God.
to,
I've been in so many different like
right?
phases of fitness in my whole life.
Right.
It's crazy. Yeah, that was fun. I like that.
So I have another one for you.
I love
So one thing that we have to do as professionals is myth bust. That is actually a large portion of what I do, and I'm sure what you do as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Is hearing and deciphering information that's given on the internet
100%.
and using logical
Yeah.
and education-based tools to actually reinforce that maybe these aren't correct ideologies presented. So I want you to give your opinion on the things that I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
More training is always equal to better results.
No, not at all. So any type of stress response is either any type of stress, there's a response.
Right.
So it could be good or bad.
Right.
And eustress is obviously good stress, but your body will go into distress. And when you overtrain, there's neurological adaptations, and your body, if you are not 100% on your diet, your making sure that your sodium intake from fluid loss is good. If you're an NFL player out in the field and you are doing 2-a-days with, they don't really do 2-a-days anymore, but you're waking up, you're doing a full workout, you're doing meetings all day, and you're doing multiple sessions on a field, whether that's with the team or individual. Like, if your nutrition, your hydration, your sleep, there's so many factors. If you overtrain, that you are going to, the chart will tip, and you will get injured, you will feel like shit, and people just like want to be hard. Like, yeah, I fucking
Push
did
through
that.
it.
No.
You got it. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Take your rest. Like, you have to eat well, you have to hydrate, but again, it's specific to the human.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. Motivation is overrated.
Motivation is overrated. No, I think motivation is good, but you have to know who you're talking to and how they motivate. I've had NFL player. Well, I think I've trained like 8 to 10 professional sport leagues. I gotta count that. Every single person in those leagues are different, and even if you have a group, I could have you and Dom. You might be very quiet. You're internally motivated, and I don't really have to say much to you. Dom might need like me literally pushing him all fucking session, and then when that session's done, texting him, "Hey, make sure you do this." So motivation's good, but you got to know who you're talking to.
Yeah, I agree. Sleep is more important than supplements.
100%. Sleep is like, I think, almost number one on my list of. I should have said that for recovery.
Yes, sleep.
That is okay. Sleep's number one. But sleep is like the keeper of all good. So
I agree. Genetics matter more than hard work.
kind of. You can get around bad genetics.
Yeah.
But genetics do play a massive role in,
Yeah.
who's going to be a good athlete and not.
You can out-train a poor diet.
For a little bit. But again, that chart, if you're looking at a graph, like, sure, but for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then you're done.
Right.
So.
And then lastly, social media has made coaching harder.
Yeah, fucking COVID. First off, I'm going to go on a rant here.
Okay.
This ESA certification that everyone went and got.
Okay.
It's like this fucking, if you have an ESA certification, I'm sorry, just cover your ears, but it's trash.
Is that for being a personal trainer?
Yeah, you could literally just go on and be it's like a paper document that like everyone went and got during COVID.
Okay.
That company probably made so much fucking money during COVID. No one had background in exercise science, strength and conditioning, physiology, nutrition, nothing. It's just some stupid fucking one-day course they took. And they then went on and marketed, and people were at home. The only way they were interacting was social media. I'm sure this happened in nutrition. And everyone became a certified personal trainer or fitness expert or coach, whatever the fuck you want to say. There was so much bad information that was put out during COVID. I still see stuff. And the worst was, this is so bad, female squats. There was this thing where people were teaching others at the top of their movement to squeeze the shit out of their glutes if they want to build a butt. The squat patterns were so fucking terrible. And on top, they were literally scooping their pelvis underneath to squeeze their glutes. I see this squat all the time, and it is putting so much direct pressure into your pelvic girdle. It is like, when I see this, I want to die inside. But that was like one of the worst things to come out of COVID. That happened with nutrition?
I think nutrition is the most ripped off medical field in the entire medical profession.
I think you're right.
It is copied and sold, and I've probably spent over $100,000 on my education.
I'm sure.
And there's people like no accreditation, no backing, no science background.
Sure.
Because you might be able to differentiate what is a protein, what is a carbohydrate, what is a fat. What is the biochemical reaction, and how does that affect people with type 2 diabetes and endometriosis? There are all these conditions that make us whole.
Sure.
So I could go on a whole rant about that too.
I didn't even think about that. It is a really ripped off field.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy to like cling on to like the very surface level information, and
which isn't a bad thing, and I don't want.
No, but here's the thing. Like, so if, let's say I don't know anything and I start reading about nutrition. I take some fucking online course. And I understand baseline knowledge. There's a lot of people out there that think they understand baseline knowledge. So if you just start spreading that, it becomes likable, shareable, because it's like, oh, you know what you're talking about.
Right.
But there's such a depth behind it. And like, that's where you distinct yourself, because like, you know, you work with special populations and change their life.
Right.
You're changing the biochemistry of their entire being.
Right.
That's crazy.
And yeah, I could quite literally go on so many.
I know. It kills me.
Don't get me
me.
started about
It's
health coaches.
yeah. Oh my God, health coaching. That was huge.
That was big. I see a lot of
it fizzled.
Like, it has.
Yeah.
And well, actually, there's a bill up in New York State that only registered dietitians can give medical nutrition therapy as a law. And they've actually been trying to get this law instated since the 90s.
Whoa.
Because dietitians can technically diagnose malnutrition.
Sure.
So they were up against some different, I guess, bureaucratic things that have gone on. But it is in the phases of hopefully being passed in the short future.
Holy shit.
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
it's good. I like that.
So Nick did this kind of with me the last time we did the podcast of like coaching me live, but I have some scenarios for you and your background and how you would coach me.
Yeah.
So I've never stepped foot in a gym.
Okay.
What are the first 3 things that you're teaching me?
So I'd break it into 3 buckets. The first would be how to prepare yourself to move and how to come down from the movement. So we're looking at things like basic mobility patterns, foam rolling, how to use a sauna, any recovery tool, anything that's a rehab to get you ready to move. People just like jump into movement, but like you might come in and you've never moved and you might be jacked up.
Right.
So we start everyone with an assessment. My assessments are kind of crazy. David, I took a very in-depth course with David from Miami. So it's a 50 joint assessment from your occipital bone to your big toe. Okay. And it with measurements. So a true assessment is clinical measurements.
Right.
Stop fucking calling assessments. I mean, people are just guessing. Oh yeah, this looks good range of motion. How do you fucking know it's good range of motion if you're not measuring it? Anyways, so we do that. Then I'll start teaching you how to move. The second bucket would be introducing the 7 movement patterns. So squat, hinge, lunge, push, pull, gait, and rotation. From there, we can expand. Once you understand those 7 movement patterns, I would teach you how to program it. So the third bucket is, okay, you know how to do these. How do you put it into a program? And then I'll give you a program. So it would be the 3 buckets.
Love that.
Yeah.
I'm a business owner with only 30 minutes a day. Coach me literally in real life.
So 30 minutes to move a day? So, okay, I do get this a lot. It's changed over the years.
Okay.
If you have 30 minutes to move a day, do whatever makes you feel good.
Okay.
But you got to do it. The reason you got to do it is because if you are truly that capped with time, which you should first off be working to get more than 30 minutes a day if you're a business owner. That's fucking terrible. I've done that. You're going to die. It's a terrible life. So you need more time than that. But no one should feel the pressure of, I have to go do this in my 30 minutes. If you wake up and you want to walk that day, go on a walk. Do whatever in that 30 minutes, but you have to hold yourself accountable, because if you are not showing up for yourself, you're not going to show up for anyone in your life. And if 30 minutes is all you have, you better put the fucking cell phones away. Get a brick.
Get a brick.
Yeah, I got to get a brick. Dom's got the brick too. You just got to fucking, whatever you feel like is good movement, move.
I love that. And then I've hit a plateau. What questions would you ask me before changing my program?
Just had this the other day. So someone actually called me for nutrition advice, and they said, I've hit this plateau. They went to college. They ended up gaining 30 pounds. They then lost it since being home. But they feel like they could lose maybe 10 more. Huge plateau. So they called me and said, you know, what do I do? My first thing was, I don't know, because again, I'm clinical based. Right. They said, you got to go to Elevate. You got to get an in-body.
Right.
So the first thing I would tell someone is, unless you're getting a DEXA or a bod pod or a bioelectrical impedance, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
So if I'm, people try to give advice, like people will say, hey, here's what you need for personal training, or you're a pro athlete, here's what you need. How do you know? You haven't even seen that person move or talk to them. So my first step would be like, if someone's really hitting a plateau, I'd say, what are you doing for nutrition? Send me everything, and then go get a scan. If it was for exercise, I would ask them, what are they currently doing? And then I would put them through an assessment to actually match it.
Yeah.
And then I would give them advice. So,
sounds good.
Yeah.
Always breaking it down clinically.
You have to.
Having the numbers behind you is so important.
So important. Could you imagine making like nutrition programs without having blood work or
without having a weight?
You know what I'm saying?
Some people do that.
Yeah, they suck. Be better.
Do better. Do more, be better.
Do more, be better. Let's go.
Now here's some questions about business in itself.
Okay.
Kind of for both of us, but for you, primarily, you have a lot more of an employee base, so there's a lot more dynamics that come from that.
Hell of a lot more.
So, what made you decide to own your own gym instead of just coaching privately?
This is great. This is kind of the story that I was telling you about. What was the story I told? I said, don't let me forget to tell you this.
About the guy that's not nice. He went to jail.
Oh, Raftery. Fuck you, Raftery. So we'll start with Raftery. So Raftery, he ended up, this is kind of sad, but the story's a funny story.
Okay.
So he ended up having sex with a young girl on our high school basketball team.
Oh, no.
He was married to a teacher at the school. That came out when we were in college.
Oh, my gosh.
So we were like, yo, fuck this dude. So everyone hated him.
Yeah.
He tried to go back to our high school and they had signs up. He got in huge trouble, obviously.
Right.
So he I think went to jail and all this stuff. Anyways, we're watching the Syracuse Final Four basketball game against Wisconsin years ago, and we're in college. And I always hated this guy. After he said that to me, hate's a strong word, but I highly disliked him. And the game's ending, and we obviously had some beverages, and I get up to leave, and he's standing there. Well, sitting.
No way.
With his wife, who never left him. That's a whole nother thing. So I beeline it to him, and all my buddies are like, "Yo, don't fucking do it." I'm like, "Oh, fuck you guys." So I walk up to him, and I was like, "Yo, what up, Raft?" And he looked at me, and I was like, "Remember when you told me I probably wasn't gonna do anything with my life because I was such a dumb field?" And I was like, look at you now, buddy. How was jail? They were like, yo, get this fucking kid out of here. I was like, have a great night, dude. Yeah, so that was Raph. Fuck you, Raph. But anyways, let me know what you're asking me for.
Do you do what you do and try to be excellent to prove others wrong? Has that been a motivator?
I think I used to, but now I'm so motivated to so we were talking about what success is. I am so motivated to be a better human. And when I say that, I think that if you ask me truly what I want to get out of my life, it's I'm always going to go to family first. I want to spend the most time with my family and be a role model for them.
Yeah.
Everyone in my family. That's number one. Number two, I want to inspire others to be great. Not just good, to be great. So I love the outside pressure, I guess, of people. So I've started really this past year, holding myself accountable of am I getting up every day to make sure I'm getting my sleep, I'm waking up at the same time, I'm doing my cold plunge, I'm working out, and I'm posting it. And I think people thought at first oh, Nick's just showing off. I'm like, no, I want to show people that you can live a healthy lifestyle. You can still have a ton of fucking fun. You can do all these things. And what I realized was my goal of inspiring other people. That's why I opened my business, and to help people grow and be leaders in the community. So many people message me on the daily being like, dude, I needed to see this today. I just got up and I went to the gym for the first time in whatever. Someone reached out to me yesterday almost in tears, and were like, that video you posted, that
was a great video.
Thank you. It resonated with me. But I asking someone from above to like give me that. So I think that's like, you know, a huge thing for me. So.
Leaving the world better than when it was when you were here. I think that's the best.
Yeah. So why open my own business? There was a time where when I got to Midtown, I was like, okay, I'm going to be here for 5 years. I didn't know what I was going to do. To be honest, I wanted to go into pro sports. Like that was my thing. Like I'll open this department, but I'm going to go get a job.
Right.
In pro sports. Right. And then I was like, no, I really like this. Like I do want to stay in private sector. I want to learn business. So I had a meeting, you're going to die when I say this. So there's a guy named Richard Ernie who was, I don't know if he was the COO. I don't think he was, but he was like the head of exercise for all of Midtown.
Okay.
So they brought in this guy, John Brady, who was actually COO, and Richard, and they were from, I think, maybe like Europe somewhere. They come in and like just corporate everything. So he flies in. I was there for like 2 years, and he wanted to meet with me. So I met with him, my boss Sam, and another friend of mine, Randy, who is now the head of fitness at Rochester. And I presented to him an entire plan to basically go to all the Midtowns and roll out sports performance slowly, a department of sports performance in each of the Midtowns. And I put together this great presentation, and he was like, I love this. I went home that night. My boss, Sam, was like, dude, that was awesome. Like, very happy for you. Calls me the next day. He's like, hey, come into the office. So I go in, and he was like, yeah, you're not ready. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, you're not the right person for this. And I remember, like, I literally walked out of that office. I can remember the door close. Like, I remember closing the door and, like, looking at Sam, Randy, who didn't say a fucking word, and Richard. And I closed the door. And by the time that door closed, I had already made up the decision. I was gone. Like, they literally lost me when I walked out of that door. And I spent the next 3 years building a business behind the scenes that no one knew about until I opened. And I have not seen Richard Ernie since, until about a month ago. We were getting ready to travel to Florida. And my wife and I have this thing where if you're important, I'll introduce you to my wife. If she's there or with the kids or whatever, if I truly want you to like know my family, I'll be like, oh my God, do you know Katelyn? She knows on the flip side when
you don't.
When I don't, something important's
right.
It's for a reason. I'm ready to get on this plane to go to Florida. We're in the Rochester airport, and I'm with my family. And I turn, and Richard Ernie is walking right towards me. He's getting off a plane, probably from Chicago, to go to the Rochester. I jump up from my seat. This is the moment I've been fucking waiting for.
Right.
I'm a psycho. And I just beeline it to him. And he looks at me like he sees a ghost. And he's like, Nick, how are you? And I shook this dude's hand. You ever see a handshake that's just like so unnecessarily long?
Yeah.
Like I just kept fucking shaking his hand. And he's like, how are you? And I rattled. So I'm like, we have 2 locations. I have 90 employees. We're hitting X amount of dollars this year. I'm expanding to here. I was like, I just fucking everything that I wanted to say fuck you to.
Yeah.
And I just walked away. And my wife was like, who's that? And I was like, Richard Ernie. She was like, oh my God. She's like, I love you. You are wild. I was like, hey, see ya.
Oh, by the way, yeah, have a good day.
I was like, see ya.
That's hilarious.
I'm just petty. I don't know.
I love being petty sometimes.
Fuck it. Whatever. Needed to be done.
I think I truly am a believer. Sometimes people shit on you and you get to shit on them later.
Yeah, like I was like.
And that truly for me has happened to me, like full circle moments.
Yes.
Like people either taking my information or, you know, like full circle moments where it's like.
I did.
That's funny.
So I'm pretty positive because I was like just going off. I'm like 90% sure I ended it with, and thank you for being the reason to change my life for the better. Like I literally was like, you telling me I wasn't ready set my life up in the best way possible.
You made me ready.
Yeah, thank you. Like for being a dick to me, you changed which you did.
Right.
I was like, thank you.
Right.
So I made sure to thank him for it. I'm such a fucking dick.
You like turn around. Wait, I actually wanted
Yeah, I was
to.
like, by the way, thanks. So yeah, that was that. That's why I opened my own business.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then this is gonna kind of get sad, but what's one really hard lesson you've had to learn about being an entrepreneur or a business owner?
It's the number one lesson that I've learned. We might have talked about this.
You probably have.
Yeah. So very good friend of mine, Mark Seawick, who owns an unbelievable real estate firm. They do like over $100 million a year. He was someone also who was, an early mentor of mine in business. And he sat down, we went to dinner one time, and he had this talk with me like before. This is like, I might have just about to been open. Like I was nothing. Like no one even knew what Elevate was.
Right.
And he's like, all your friends that you have now, you're not going to talk to any of them in 5 years. All the people you think support you, they don't support you. And I remember he's going off, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck you no? Like my friends, like they support me, like all shit. Yeah. Man, was he right?
Yeah, damn, he really dropped a bar back then.
He dropped a bar. So shout out to Mark for that.
Yeah.
No, there are so many people that haven't even stepped foot into Elevate that I have bent over backwards to support their businesses and still do to this day.
Oh yeah.
And family, I mean, you name it. No one wants to support. Everyone hit me with the, yo, can I get a free
can I get a free membership?
Bro, the amount of people that to this day ask me for free memberships, free personal training, and actually, people think I'm an asshole for this, which I might be. You might judge me for this one.
No, I probably won't.
I was like 3.5 years in, and at this point, we built something huge for what it was, and we needed to grow. So that was when we started looking to open the new location.
Right.
And I was still training 90 sessions a week.
Wow.
I had a staff of 15. I had just had my son.
Oh my gosh.
So he's an infant. Me and my wife were learning how to navigate the business. That's a huge change in your marriage as well.
Right.
A child. We're like talking about having another.
Right.
And my grandma, who I love, was like, she called me and she's like, hey, I need you to train me 3 times a week, but for free. And I was like, absolutely the fuck not.
No.
And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I don't have time for that.
No.
Like I will set you up family, and like, but so like I've made some pretty hard set boundaries of like.
You have to though.
You have to. But the hardest lesson I've ever learned in business is that no one really cares. And in fact, a lot of people want to see you fail.
They do.
They get excited.
They're waiting.
They're waiting.
They're like waiting. They're watching and waiting for something bad to happen.
100%. And
but I personally, I could never imagine doing that to someone else.
So you're on this list, believe it or not, of I can confidently, and people are going to get, like, people that know me well are probably going to get upset. I'm not going to tell you who's on the list, so you can't get upset. Maybe you'll just think you're on the list. I can confidently say, less than 5 people that I know who genuinely want to see me succeed. Whatever success is to you.
Right.
There's maybe 5. You're on that list.
I genuinely
know.
do.
We've talked about this. And the same for you. And that's crazy to me because I know a lot of fucking people.
Right.
So to just say there's 5, like, that shows you. Yeah. So if you open a business, I'm going to tell you right now.
Watch your back.
Watch your fucking back. Because the people that you think are there to support you and be close to you and root you on and be your first sale and just, no. That ain't happening. You're out in the streets.
Yeah.
You get through it, though. Keep fucking grinding.
But when you have your village, and it might be a small village, and that's okay. That's what I've had to come to realize is that it's okay to have a small amount of people behind you to support you.
It's almost better.
It is, because I'm also not one to tell a lot of people what's going on in my life, because I also have that scared feeling. Maybe you're going to use this information against me. You're going to out maybe some business that I'm trying to get into. So
Yeah, I think it's just so crazy to me, like, you know, like, yeah, even yesterday, that video I posted, someone commented on it, and like, I was dying laughing. My wife and I were talking about it. They were like, slow down, just enjoy where you're at. And I was like, do you not know me?
Have we met?
Like, I fucking love what I'm doing.
Right.
I am. I'm not going to slow down. If anything, I want to touch more people and help more people.
Yeah,
like,
keep
I'm
going.
not fucking slowing down. I'm enjoying the shit out of my life. If this is what I'm like, people just, they like sideline quarterback it and like think they're watching. And I'm like, you don't even support, you know? It's like, what do you?
And I think also the big difference between those who like make a difference and those who just talk about making a difference is getting through this, like, and I think maybe I'm there too, like pushing through this like middle point where it's like, hey, you're kind of started, you're into it a little bit thicker now, you're working a lot now. This is like the breaking point of like what makes you good versus great.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have a lot of things to say about that. Like, I've gotten the like stop, enjoy the journey.
I fucking hate
Like,
when people say that to me.
I'm gonna be honest, I love what I do.
Yeah.
Some days, really fucking hard.
Yeah,
Some
you
days
don't
it's
enjoy some
it's
days.
hard.
That's life. Like,
But that is life.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna enjoy like, oh, I get to like, oh my gosh, I get to send invoices to 100 people. Oh, I'm so excited.
So Mark, I'll go back to Mark for a second. He also told me, we talked, and I read this book very early on. I forget, oh my God, Jim gave it to me. I forget what it was. But it's basically 90% of people that open a business create a job for themselves. You leave a job to create a new job for yourself. That's not, and you know, that wasn't my goal.
No.
And, you know, I had this conversation with someone once. They were like, you know, you used to work like 100 hours a week, and now you don't train anymore. You don't do whatever. Like, why are you training less? And I'm like, because I'm doing other opportunities that are enabling me to open doors for other people, and like the journey changes.
It changes.
I don't want to create a job for myself.
No.
I wanted to create multiple careers for hundreds of people.
Right. You've been able to establish that for so many people.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Like how
It's
crazy is
weird.
it that someone is contributing to a retirement account based off
Dude,
of the labor that
this
you
shit
allow them?
This tweaks me out because I just saw we're doing like our all staff meeting. Our retirement specialist is coming in. I'm just like,
Is it Stefan?
yeah, Stefan.
Okay.
Shout out Stefan, my dog. Dude, like it's just crazy. Like like the fact that like people can come to us. We have like full-time salaries and like it's crazy.
You have a 401k match?
It's so weird. It's so weird. But that is what gets me up in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
great.
love it.
So getting into like business failure, successes, we've gotten into the successes.
Yeah.
What do you feel like maybe has been some failures that you've had in the past that's shaped how you oversee things now or how you overlook on life now?
Well, there's failures every day. So that's one thing, like I fail 1,000 times a day. And I think that people like overlook that. And I kind of was talking about this yesterday of you're going to set out to do so many things if you're like a true entrepreneur, but like there's going to be many failures in that, but it pivots you to something that's going to be like blossom into something amazing. So I try so many different, like I'm always trying like new procedures and like even just like meeting styles and whatever. I fail every day, but like there's been some really big failures. I think I almost made the largest big business failure of my life before I opened. I was going to get into a partnership with someone and it almost cost me my whole business. And I learned real quick that one mistake, it's okay to say no to a deal. It's okay to hold your values strong and stay true to yourself. It's sometimes taking that extra contract, it's not worth it.
Nope.
And doing that, you know, extra it's not worth it. So I've made a lot of failures. I mean, I don't even know where to start with that. I fail every day. So
that's good, but it's also good to recognize that.
Oh yeah.
Right? We don't
It's
do
the only way you
everything
learn.
right. We're still figuring it out ourselves, right? We're not the knowledge holders all the time.
I talk to business owners that have been in business for like, they've like injected money. They've closed multiple businesses. They've purchased and sold and exited companies for hundreds of millions of dollars. They still are like, yeah, I'm still learning. They're like 65 and like a billionaire. They're like, I'm still learning.
Still haven't had it all figured out yet.
I don't know shit. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, I don't fucking know anything.
I don't know anything.
I know like this little bit, you know?
I know a lot about nutrition. Other than that,
it's like, holy shit. It's crazy.
What's something people think about owning a gym that's completely wrong? Maybe about you in specific.
So, well, the first thing is everyone sees people at the gym and think that equates to profit. Mm-hmm. No. Running and operating a gym is one of the tough. I think it is on the list, like literally, the top 3 to 5 hardest businesses to run in the country.
Wow.
So that's number one. Number two, like owning a gym, I think that everyone wants to go into these like little waves of like, okay, like high rocks. Mm-hmm. And they will put their, like, you have to do this for the gym now. And it's a very like, oh no, this is trending. Let's do this.
Yeah.
That's running a gym is like, you have to find the community that you want to go after and go all in on that community. Yeah. You can't do 50 different things and be great at all of them. Mm-hmm. So I'd say those are probably 2 things.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see. There's so many questions in here. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about you. Tell me about what you got going on right now for nutrition.
You're
in the last rotation?
Yep, I'm entering my last rotation.
And what are you in now?
Master's. Say that again?
What's the rotation you're in now?
So this is your capstone dissertation. So it's something that's relevant and passionate to what you want to do.
Okay.
So because I'm an independent student, it's really hard to get into like U of R, RGH, because they have affiliations with Cornell or RIT. So because I'm an independent student, finding rotations takes months, unfortunately. So I'm trying to do privatized nutrition, but I'm also technically their competitor. So do they really want their competitor coming in and seeing their business model and their structure and how they classify patients? Like, that could get messy. So I'm trying to pivot from there and see if I can do more sports nutrition ways, because there's a lot of facilities around here. Try to do some nutrition research, but it's going to be
Now, we were talking about like going to Vegas, doing other stuff. Is that like you're probably going to have to travel for that?
I might have to if I can't find one around here.
It's going to be tough in Rochester. Shit.
It took me 6 months to find an actual clinical rotation.
Really? And where's that at?
I did it at the Preventative Health Center out of U of R. It's an outpatient facility.
Shit.
That's the only reason they let me do it. But
because it's outpatient. Mm-hmm. My God, it's so crazy to me.
So I'm so ready for this to be over with.
So tell me about where you're at with business right now. Like, what do you got going on?
So I just got certified as a CLC, which is a certified lactation consultant.
That's right.
So I've always been passionate about women's health, and I do work with women. One of my niches is working with women in height of hormone disturbance. Sure. So pre-pregnancy, helping with conception, helping with pregnancy, helping with postpartum, helping with perimenopause, menopause.
Just so fucking important.
So important. And that's kind of like what I want my niche to be, going out of school and going forward. And so, I decided to do that.
God, I wish so. With Ollie, Julie was pumping, so he wouldn't latch. Mm. So like breastfeeding has been such an eye-opening thing to me. Mm-hmm. People just think like the kid is gonna like literally latch on.
Right.
And just
babies are really bad at breastfeeding.
Dude,
themselves.
They suck.
They're horrible.
Oh, they don't suck actually.
No, they don't. That's
literally,
the
they fucking don't. It is so unbelievably frustrating for a mom to like go through that. They were having us do like. You'd have to like milk a little bit into a spoon.
The colostrum,
but try to feed that and then put a syringe in and get the dude.
Yeah.
By the time you're done, the baby hasn't eaten. It's time to pump again.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's fucked. With that, Julie, so he had allergies. So he was really sensitive to pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So, and Julie she's a vegetarian. So she had to eat a soy-free, dairy-free diet.
Oh my gosh.
And,
so she's eating like leaves.
Well, it was terrible.
Yeah.
And they wanted her to go off eggs and coffee. And I remember being in the office, I was like, absolutely the fuck not. And she was like, Nick, like let them. And I was like, no.
Like, that's ridiculous.
We were just talking about it. She's like, I'm glad you advocated for that because like she wasn't going to do it anyways, but like, what the fuck? What would she have fucking eat?
Beans
and rice. I was like, dude, what are you going to do? Wake up and eat beans and rice? Go to bed, eat fucking beans and rice? Like, you're going to fucking die.
Is he sensitive to FODMAP foods?
He's chilling now.
Okay.
Yeah, he grew right out of it. But man, I wish we had you because it was like we were going to Whole Foods and just trying to like, first off, when you're navigating a new child, like your life is just, you're in a fucking vacuum blender.
Right.
Just you don't even know what's going on.
You're being like hit back and forth.
It's fucking wild. It rocks you. And like this is such a niche thing where you can help people of like how to live a simplified but like good healthy lifestyle through food. Man, I wish we had known you back then.
I told Dom when I was telling him that I was doing this, I said, like, I teach people every single day how to properly nourish themselves. Why am I not teaching women how to nourish their babies?
I fucking love that.
Like, that is a no-brainer for me. So I'm excited.
Market that.
I know. I have to figure out how to do that.
Fuck. That's such a...
It's
like
niche.
the weight cutting. It's like no one does that.
No.
Damn.
I looked it up. Outside of
Can you get in with like a pediatric firm?
I could if they're tied to like a hospital. They have IBCLCs in hospitals. So my main like thinking for why I decided to do this is I did my community advocacy rotation at the WIC clinic, and all of the nutritionists at the WIC clinic are CLCs.
Got it.
So the women there, they have the capability of being counseled on breastfeeding like anytime they go in.
Sure.
But I had never heard about that. I didn't know that was a thing that you could do.
Sure.
I looked it up in Rochester, and I think there might be like 2 or 3 maybe that do privatized version of this.
Wow. We ended up going to a doc who she had someone, it was a nutritionist on her staff that very late into this was able to help with certain things.
Right.
But we needed like an immediate intervention
right.
For Julianne, baby. So, fuck.
Yeah, because babies don't know what they're doing.
No.
They're so cute, but they're really bad.
Okay. Do you think babies are cute?
Like firstborn?
They're fucking hideous.
No,
they look like little gremlins.
Yeah, I feel like
even your own, you're like, oh yeah, you're gorgeous.
You're like, oh my gosh.
I swear to God. So Julie was trying to tell me this. So Julie worked in the NICU for 7 or 6 years, whatever the fuck it was. And first off, like, I don't know about you, but like, I love my children. But like, it's really hard for me to like other kids, you know. But like for like looks too, like I'm like, oh, you're not that cute.
Right.
Like, I don't think kids are cute. They're fucking annoying.
Oh, maybe we don't share that. I love kids.
Okay, I like kids. But, like, after having your own, you're like, oh, I love my kids. You're fucking annoying. But kids look like gremlins when they come out. And there's, like, a 2-month period. Once a kid hits 2 months, they, like, develop into, like, what they're going to look kind of like. Yeah. But, like, oh, my God, they're like, little creatures.
I want to have probably, like, a million kids. I want to adopt kids.
This is so funny.
I have so many kids.
Yeah. If we, Julie and I, could clone ourselves and be there the same amount that we are for our kids, for the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, we would. Yeah. You realize real quick, especially with 2, it's
right. Like, you're capped. We're done.
So like, Allie started wrestling. That means someone has to take him to wrestling, which means what's going to happen with Scotty and who's watching. So it's like, it's just a whole new thing. I don't even know how you could like have a 3rd. Like I want like 1 million. Like, no.
I'm probably going to have one and be like, this is too much.
It's so much. It's so much work. Oh my God.
Have you ever considered getting a nanny?
Fuck yeah. Oh my God. Like every fucking day of our life. We actually, Julie, the other day, she's like, it was like 7 p.m. We looked out. We were like getting ready to go upstairs for bath time. And the kids had just taken all the paint, and the floor was covered. We look in the living room. There was like 4 bowls of food that got flipped and dumped, and it was all over our carpet. The dog is like licking bowls and plates. There's like these sticky things stuck all over our front door. Pile of dishes. We like looked at each other and were like, so about that fucking nanny, dude. You're like, holy shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. And then you put the kids down, and then it's 9:45 at night, and you say, okay, let's clean the house. Then you clean the house till 10:45, and then I go in the sauna, start doing my work, and then it's midnight, and you're just finishing some work, and then you got to decompress for a little bit, and then you go to bed at 1 a.m.
And then you wake up at 4.
Then you lay in bed, and you start thinking about, can I make payroll? Can I do all these things?
Wait, this person mentioned something. Is something going to happen from that?
Did I forget something?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And then you wake up my alarm goes off at 5:05 in the morning, and I'm hopping in the cold plunge.
I wake up with nightmares because I feel like I forget stuff.
I've gotten way better. It gets better.
Yeah.
It gets better.
It's better.
So part of that too is your team grows.
Mm-hmm.
The reliance of like you having to remember everything, it dissipates because
I'm a control freak.
I was, but Jim is like, he's like, dude, you can't.
You can't.
Especially with where like I want to, which I want to ask you in a second. I'm going to ask you for my vision of this. What is Elevate going to turn into? There's no way that without multiple leadership positions that I could even get to that point.
Right.
You need it. So bringing on Mike, who's our daily director of operations. Dawn is obviously our fucking rock star. But like between the 3 of us, I feel like we like can support the management team now to where that information isn't getting lost anymore.
Yeah.
So that like definitely helps me. But question to you is, and I don't think I've ever asked you this. We've talked about it loosely. If you right now had to write down on paper a 10-year goal for Wellness the Right Way, what is it? Like, what is it? You're 10 years now. We're in the future. And you're looking back and you're reading this sheet of paper. What you are writing today. What does success look like to you?
So I'll do personal
Sure.
aside, right?
Sure.
Because there's a lot of
I want to know personal
foundations.
too. I want to know
Oh, you
personal,
want personal too?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
That is the business.
It is, okay.
You are the business.
So I would essentially, hopefully, have children.
Okay.
I would be married,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
yeah.
If everything works out the way I think it will.
Sure.
We would be living part-time here and part-time somewhere warm because I do not do winter well. And I'm honestly highly considering being a snowbird because of how the winters here affect me.
100%.
That would be like something.
Sure.
For my business specifically, I would like to own a very well-known dietetic staffing or consulting firm that is used worldwide. And I think we're shifting into this new field where we kind of build our medical staff for our families, for ourselves.
Yep.
And we're missing the dietitian in that, and that a dietitian should be filled in that. Utilizing staffing for corporate facilities, manufacturing facilities, and that would truly be like my end all be all in 30 years.
Yeah.
I want to open an integrative cancer center.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That is like.
That's baller.
Yeah.
Shit.
That is my like, if I did that, I would be like, I think I'm done.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you have to, like, I wonder how many people would listen to that and be like, that ain't going to happen.
No, I know. You're probably listening.
You're going to do it. You're gonna, like, I know you will. It's fucking sick.
It's so funny that you say that, but people in my life, especially like my close friends, one of the things they love about me is good or bad. If I say I'm going to do something, I will do it.
There you go.
And it might maybe not look how I originally said it would look or be in the timeline that I thought it was going to be, but I will do it.
You're doing it. Damn, I hope I'm around to see that. That'd be fucking sick. Wow.
We got our own things to build.
We do. And we are. We definitely are. And I wanted to want to ask this the right way. So I want to wrap up today with, if you could, so it's impossible to fix nutrition in the world. Like, as much as we can improve it drastically.
Right.
But with nutrition fix, like, it would drastically improve health and wellness. If you could pick one thing that globally, every single person, you snap your fingers, and every single person in the world inherited this nutrition, whether it's a trait or something they lived by, to start the journey to fix health and wellness through nutrition in the world, what would it be?
Such a hard question.
I know.
Taking aside access to food, health literacy. I think there's a very common misconception in nutrition that there's good and there's bad foods.
Yep.
And that you're either good at being restrictive, or you're bad at being restrictive, right?
Oh, it's an interesting concept.
And that food feeds us in very multitude of ways, right? It can feed us emotionally, it can feed us culturally, it can feed us physically, physiologically.
Sure.
And to kind of give more respect to the food that we're eating.
Yeah.
Not just we're doing it because someone told us that we should be doing it, but we love this type of food, or this food my Nona made, or this food makes me happy because when I'm sad I eat peanut butter cups. Yeah. I do that personally.
I fucking love
peanut butter cups. But getting this idea out that food is good and food is bad. All food feeds us differently.
100%.
And like we're missing this moderation piece of it. Like, we live, especially in America, we live in this excess. Everything has to be in excess and the best and the biggest, and we need to take a step back sometimes and
McDonald's fucked us, dude.
Have you seen that McDonald's
the
30-day?
Dude, I've seen so much shit on that. So one of my favorite, honestly, like, if I like think of all the I don't call them chapters, but like the whether it was a module or like a section of a workbook or whatever in my entire schooling, all my years in dietetics, all my years in exercise science undergrad, all my years in my master's, we did this it was a class, and it was basically statistics for nutrition. And we had an entire section on how McDonald's literally fucked up health, wellness, and nutrition, all the way into the food industry and everything. But like, we did a research class in our master's program on this. And one of the things that I always laugh, I chuckle at it. It's like, McDonald's, we started adding, so many things to our food to make bigger products so they could have more quantity. We started developing different techniques to ship items, which made them unhealthier, to preserve them on the trucks longer. But one of the craziest things that they did, two things: they made food really inexpensive. That was shitty food, so people started eating it. But the bigger problem is they overserved. And they made this accessibleness of like, oh, I can get all these things for $10 on a dollar menu. The biggie bags, the fucking supersize me. Supersize me. Like, McDonald's started that. They started this unbelievable quantity. And now, like, you see people that come from Europe and they like film themselves ordering a meal. Not even just at a fast food.
Right.
They're like, what the fuck is this? It's a giant plate of like Chinese food. You're like,
Cheesecake Factory portions.
Dude, like, holy fuck. And I really think that, like, going back to what you were saying, like, the quantities and like the relationship of health to food is like gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
We've lost the respect of food.
It's crazy.
Like, respecting our food, or just having that appreciation for it.
Crazy.
Like, there are people in other countries who pray for food, who hope for food, who manifest for food.
Even water.
Right. Like, they cry for food. And we are so blessed, abundantly blessed here. Not to say that there are not food deserts or anything of that nature, because there are.
Yeah.
But
there's a account on TikTok that, like, It somehow, I think it's because I get so emotionally invested into it. I probably watch it so long that they're like keep
Here's
feeding
more.
me. There's this little tribe, and I don't know where the fuck they are, somewhere in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
They have these kids. They're like 3 to 8 years old. They sit around this clay pot, and they roast like monkeys.
Mm.
And like just watching them rip these things apart and eat them, it's like, oh my god. Like the lizards, I mean, they're just
Right, whatever
the fuck they can eat. And I'm just thinking all the waste and the extra. It's like so fucked up. But all right, we got to wrap up. I got one more question for you. This is the peanut butter cups just sent me. What's your guilty pleasure in food? I have a 2-part question.
I really like sweet stuff. I have a really bad sweet tooth. So peanut butter cups, sour candy. I like the Justin's peanut butter cups.
Okay, yep, super good.
Or the Unreal. They're like the 2 grams of added sugar.
Yep.
There's still like sucralose in it, but whatever.
I've never asked anyone this, but I think we should do this. What's your death row meal?
Pasta papino, which is cherry tomatoes with garlic, olive oil, basil. You let the cherry tomatoes pop. Sure. Fusilini pasta.
Sure.
Peanut butter cup, Reese's peanut butter cup. I'll do that for my death row. Sushi, salmon. I like a salmon, like spicy salmon roll with extra spicy mayo, and sesame chicken.
What are we drinking?
A pink drink from Starbucks.
A pinkety drinkety. Oh my god. Wow. That's fucking wild.
What's yours?
I've genuinely never in my life thought about this, which is kind of weird because I like listening to other people. Stu Leonard's. I'm trying to get a sponsorship. I love you. Stu Leonard's is shit. You know what Stu Leonard's is?
No.
Search it up. It's better than Wegmans. I'm putting it out there.
No way.
Huey, Dewey, Louie, Stewie's is the fucking shit. This is being chopped up to a promo. Stu Leonard's, hit me up. I'm trying to get a sponsorship.
It's like an Italian deli?
Dude, this place is fucking, it's God's creation to grocery experience. Huey, Dewey, Louie, Stewie's. Shout out Stu Leonard's. All right, my death row meal. We're starting this meal with a crisp, like a crisp fucking Diet Coke.
Okay.
But I'm a Pepsi guy, so I'm going to go Diet Pepsi. I'm probably going to have a really, really nice cup of coffee as well. Black, that's got to be on the side. My appetizer, I'm going to go, now mind you, I'm gluten-free now.
Oh, yeah.
But for the death row meal, I'm not going to be gluten-free.
I didn't even consider that.
Because I'm going to die.
So I should probably just send it with gluten.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the appetizer, we're going to do like just some very nice, chunky, like cheesy, garlicky bread. Something with, this might shock you a little bit, some type of like tuna tartare or some, I like a little something to put on the bread. Some dip, something like that. For my main course, I'm getting the most, it's got to be a 25-day dry-aged bone-in ribeye.
Grade prime.
Yes, of course. And it's got to be it's got to be pretty rare. Like
I like being rare too.
I'm gonna get just unbelievable garlic mashed potatoes with that, and probably like a nice roasted asparagus. I'm also going to hit like the crispiest thin slice, specifically from this little tiny place that's right next to the Coliseum in Rome. They have the crispiest little, it's like a pesto pizza. Dude, this shit changed my life. I'm going to have that on the side. And I'm also going to do a very, very nice cheesesteak, probably from Angelo's. And then we're going to shift into dessert, which I'm going to have so many flavors of ice cream. I'm going to have like at least a triple chocolate cake, a carrot cake, I just need all of the sweets, cookies, everything, and then I'll finish with more coffee.
Perfect.
So that's the death row meal.
And that's how you, I don't know,
die. It's your death row meal. All right, this is fun. Do I need to clap for episode 2 ending? Episode 2. Snaps. Shout out to Dom. Shout out to
Shout out
Stewie,
to
Huey,
Dom.
Dewey, Louis. All right, until next time, peeps.
Bye.
Doses.